Hey, welcome to my channel where I've lost 175 pounds with keto and carnivore. Thank you for watching. Good morning. Today starts our little mini series about foods that we can take on a picnic, our foods for the summer, just making some fun things that, as we go to barbecues, things that we can take to remain low carb. So I've got a pork butt in here. And I've got it on low. And so this is for that series. Just as a side note over here, I save my beef broth for the dogs. And whenever I make that 73%, there's always a lot of fat at the top. So I'm melting it down. And I'm going to put it into that great big large sheet cake pan. And I'll lay it and then freeze that and then break it up into little pieces for them. So that's what that is. So that's not related. But this is a pork butt and it's got it on low. So we'll deal with that in about 8 hours. Fun side note, I think my tire has a screw in it. So I was driving home yesterday and the alert came on that the tire pressure is low. Well, there's a whole lot of screws on the street where I work. And, I just had one changed in Bessie not before I got to Wanda. Anyway, so I might have to go do that. I'm going to go out and check the pressure. Well, I know I'll have to go do that. The pressure dropped yesterday when I dropped. And then when I pulled over to get air, I could see what looks like a screw. So anyway, I have to wait. It's 7 o'clock now. I have to wait till 8 o'clock when the place is open, and then I will give them a call. So I forgot to add water. So I put it in there. And remember, I do not season my stuff while it's cooking. So I'm just going to put some water over it. And so I can get some broth out of it for the dogs. So I do not have any liquid smoke. So I'm going to try to remember after I get my tire fixed to go pick up some liquid smoke from the grocery store. So a while back I made some barbecue rub. It is in a video where I made some ribs. I even took one of those little dealies out of my electrolytes and put it in there. That's funny. Anyway, I'll see if I can find the recipe. So what I did was I pulled out the whole thing and I cut it up. It's not done enough to all break apart, so I had to use a knife and cut it into chunks. So now I'm going to keep it on low and I'm going to put some of this rub in here because I pulled out and I got enough broth out of it. And I'm not going to pour barbecue sauce in it because Mom may not want mine or I may not want any. And sometimes you go somewhere and the stuff is good enough it doesn't even need barbecue sauce. So I'd rather just put the rub on it to start with, and then I can always add barbecue sauce whenever we eat it tomorrow. She can add hers, I can add mine, and we can go that route. But I'm going to put it back in here on low because it's not done. I did cut off this hunk of fat. Yes, I know I can leave it in there. It'll make it nice and juicy. But when you're watching calories a little bit, you try not to get too wild with stuff like that. I'm not anti-fat. It was just a big old hunk of it, so I cut it off. I'm going to put it in the freezer, and that'll be good in with some beans or some rutabaga or something someday. But I got it, I labeled it, so now I'm going to put it in the freezer. I'm going to cover this back up, and I'm going to let it go for another hour, and we'll see how it's doing. We have one more recipe to go, but they needed to get out, so we are out walking. We walked yesterday at 5:30 in the morning because I couldn't go to sleep, or couldn't go back to sleep. And we walked a different route, a little more lighted, a little safer area. But anyway, so we are doing a little walk right now. Okay, the pulled pork is done. I'm not adding sauce to it. Like I said, I'll take some and I'm just putting some out in servings for me and I'll have some to take along to Mom. And tomorrow I'll show you what all we are eating, because I'm taking a little bit of everything that I made. So there we go. That, I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to have to cook for a month. I have so much food in my freezer right now. But anyway, so that's what I've got. So if you were going to not serve this, you could strain out the liquid, and then, I mean, if you weren't going to serve it, if you didn't need to pull it out of here, you could pour some barbecue sauce on it and just let it sit and simmer in barbecue sauce, and people can come pull out what they want. But I have some of my baked jicama on this side. And so I'm putting about not quite 8 ounces on this side. And so when you all see me pull it out to eat, I will, hang on, I can't think and talk at the same time. There we go. You'll see me pull it out to eat, and I'll add the barbecue sauce then. But yeah, so this is my summer picnicky potluck type stuff that you can have and take along with you. All right, end of the series, at least as far as I know. Bye.